Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but I'm giving y'all a video that has actually been requested a lot, and I don't know why I've never filmed it. It's such a simple video, such an easy, simple video, but here I am, trillion billion years later. So yeah, let's just get started. I need more lip gloss. Bad bitches wear $2 lip gloss. I'm just kidding. That was a tweet I saw and I thought it was so funny because I was like, in all honesty, $2 lip gloss is way better than like this expensive ass lip gloss. Even though I own both, I always end up going back to my $2 lip gloss. Ooh, se me cayó. So as you can tell from the title of today's video, I'm going to be filming my long-awaited favorite brushes video. I get asked all the time, what brushes do I use, what brands do I use, what do I use for blush, what do I use for bronzer, what do I use for my eyes, everything. So I finally decided to just sit down and be like, you know what, like, I'm tired of sending y'all a list. I'm not gonna make a list. I'm just kidding. But in all honesty, like, why not just tell you one by one? And a lot of times, like, I forget the number of the brushes and stuff like that. So like, why not just freaking sit here and tell y'all one by one my favorite brushes? So let's get started. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little bell notification so you guys can be notified every time that I upload. So we're gonna start with the face first, face brushes. So out of face, we're gonna go in categories as to how I put on my makeup. So I'm gonna start with foundation. Depending on what kind of foundation I'm using, I will go between a beauty sponge, which I really love the Real Technique one, or the Morphe sponge. But lately the Real Technique one has been my cup of tea. Or I'll go in with a foundation brush, which I don't use this one. I actually picked up the wrong one. Where's the other one? Let me go get it. Give me 1 second. I'm back. I just had my brushes on the other side of my room because I have to wash them, so I have them kind of like next to me on my nightstand table as like a reminder, like, wash me. But like I was saying, starting off with foundation, depending on what kind of foundation I'm using, I do go in between either a brush or a beauty sponge. If I'm using a liquid foundation, I most definitely go in with a beauty sponge. I love the coverage. I love the way it looks so flawless and seamless. Now, if I'm going in with a stick foundation or a cream foundation in general, I love to buff it out with a brush. And my favorite foundation brush is the Morphe Y7. After I'm done buffing it out with this brush, just to make sure I have no streaks, no creases, none of that, I'll go in with a beauty sponge just to make everything look even more seamless. That's for foundation brushes, and everything will be in the description box below in a list, so don't worry. Now for concealer. Once again, I go in with two different things. It honestly depends on my mood, not even on like what I'm using. It honestly just depends on my mood. So I'll either go in with a beauty sponge for concealer. Once again, I love the Real Technique ones. I really do love the Morphe one, but lately the Real Technique ones for me has been working so much better, and I like how much softer it is as opposed to the Morphe one, where it's a little more dense, and this one's more like squishy and soft. So I really love the Real Technique one, super inexpensive as well. Or I'll go in with my Morphe M530 brush, and I really love this brush to buff out my concealer. Like, it does such an amazing job. Like, I go in with this and I don't even need to go in with my beauty sponge to like make sure everything's clean and like there's no streaks. Like, this is such an amazing brush. I mainly use this brush when I'm doing like a no makeup look because it does blend and buff everything out so like nicely into the skin, and it's just like a go-to. Obsessed. Now into cream contour. I love to cream contour, but lately I really haven't been. I cream contour once in a while now, just depending on like my mood or an occasion, to be real with you. Other than that, I really haven't been cream contouring, so yes. But the two brushes I personally love to cream contour with are both from Morphe, And this one is the Morphe M492 brush, and it's a stippling brush. I love this to apply moisturizer on my face, or to apply a primer on like one of my clients' faces, but I have two of these, so don't worry. But other than that, I really do love this stippling brush to blend out cream contour. Cream, not liquid, cream. It does such a magnificent job, just like amazing. I'm gonna do a foundation highlight and contour demo on my channel where I'm not gonna talk at all. I'm just gonna show you guys how I apply my foundation, how I highlight, how I cream contour, how I blend everything in together. And I'll probably obviously do a voiceover for it, but I actually have been getting a lot of requests for videos like that as well, so that coming real soon. My second favorite brush for blending out cream contour is the Morphe Y12 brush. The Morphe Y12 brush, and I love this when I blend out my liquid cream contour, which basically like it'd be like a concealer. Like I use the ColourPop one or the Morphe one. It all depends. I use this one for liquid cream contour, and I use this one for regular cream contour. I don't do cream blush, and if I were to do cream blush, in all honesty, I would just use my fingers, because blush isn't something that you want. Blush is something you want to look natural, to be a nice rosiness with coming out within. You don't want it to look OD and like very like boom bam in your face. You're gonna look like a clown, and it's not gonna look cute. So in all honesty, if you were to go in with cream blush, I would just go in with my fingers, warm it up, and just apply it. And a trick that I like to do, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people do this as well, is I apply my blush or cream blush on my cheeks and a little bit on my nose, a tad bit on my chin, and just a little smidge in the center of my forehead, just to look like I have a nice rosiness within, but I mainly focus it here. Now to set my face, I just go in with my beauty sponge, and I either use this side, the flat side, or the more like angled, like pointy side. And I use this side mainly to like set under my eyes, and I use the flat side if I really want to set my whole face. Usually I really don't set my whole face because I don't like to look dry. I'll just bake under my eyes, and I focus the baking mainly on underneath my contour and when I bake my nose. Other than that, I just set my face with my powders once I start applying them, like my blush, my contour, highlight, things like that. So for highlight, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If I just want a nice glow within highlight, I'll go in with my Morphe M510 brush, and that's just like kind of like me going in with, yes, like I want highlight, but like I want it to look natural. Like I don't want it to be so like boom, like, you get me? And then if I want more of like a boom bam in your face kind of highlight, I'll go in with more of a smaller brush, and this one's a BH Cosmetics 101 brush, and it's actually an eyeshadow blending brush, but I love this to apply highlight, and I'll use that, and it really packs on the highlight and helps like melt and glide right into your skin, and it makes it look so like in your face. Like, these two brushes, amazing. Don't worry about the brushes. I'm going to have them all in the description box below, and I'm going to have everything like categorized so you guys know what highlight brushes are which, like which ones I use for my blush or my contour and things like that. So for blush lately, I've been in like 3 kind of moods. So what I mean by that is, if I want more of like a precise like blush, like just right on my cheeks, like that's it, I'll go in with my BH Cosmetics 3 brush. And guys, and it doesn't make it look like, oh my god, like ill, or like why isn't it blended in. Like, I feel like this brush just really focuses right there, like on the apples of my cheeks without getting everywhere else. I'm feeling more of like a natural blush kind of day, or just like a natural makeup look, like a no makeup look, I'll go in with my BH Cosmetic 1 brush. This brush will literally just like blend everything so nicely and seamlessly into my cheeks, and it'll make it look like I'm not wearing blush, but I actually am. And the next brush that I've been obsessed with lately, I don't know why, which I've never used this brush as a blush brush. I don't know what compelled me to pick it up and start using it as a blush brush, but I've been loving it. I can't complain. And it's an It Cosmetics brush. It doesn't have a number or a style, but it does look like this. And this one, it's just so soft, so nice and dense, where I pick up the product, I tap some on the back of my hand or on my hand, and I apply it right on my cheeks. And it literally, just the way the brush is like kind of like made, it packs it on so perfectly onto the apples of my cheeks, and I blend it back center of my nose, and I'm good. Like it's weird, and you guys are probably watching this like, sis, like you can use one brush and do all of that. I'm bougie. I need 3. I'm sorry. So for bronzer slash contour brushes, I'm going to show you 3 that are my personal favorites, and I love them. They're amazing. And you guys, I know you probably are like half of these brushes are from Morphe. Like, bitch, what are you doing? Obsessed with Morphe. I love Morphe. Stand by their brand. Live by their brand. More than half of my makeup is by Morphe. And their brushes are amazing. So, sorry. So when I just want like a nice natural bronzy look, more of like a summer look or a no makeup look, I'll go in with my Morphe R7 brush, and it's so fluffy. It's so just like, I love it. Like, just look at the fluffiness in it. And sorry you guys, I obviously use my brushes. They're kind of dirty, but they're getting a wash today, so don't worry about it. When I want to get that nice and sharp contour, like boom, boom, like chiseled look, I go in with my Morphe R14 brush, and this brush is basically the same as the other brush, but in a smaller, like baby version. Like, it's amazing, and it really gets like the hollows of my cheeks, really contours them so amazingly. Like, it fits so perfectly. It's amazing. Another brush that I love a lot for more of like a light look, like a light bronzy look, is the Morphe M530 brush. It looks just like this, very fluffy. This brush is denser than this brush. This brush is going to give you more of like a chiseled, focused, like very precise, clean cut. As opposed to this one, it's like a smaller version of the bronzing brush, but it's going to just air everything out perfectly while contouring at the same time. These are the last 3 face brushes, and then we're going to move on to eye brushes. So the last 3 face brushes that I have in my hand, they're for my nose, and I use them to contour my nose. And the first one is this very like little precise brush, and it's the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. And this brush is so freaking amazing. It literally fits to my nose perfectly. It blends everything out so seamlessly, so nicely. Like, I'm obsessed. But I don't like a very sharp contour on my nose, so I do like to blend it out with a clean brush that has no product on it. And my favorite brush that just works amazing is my Mika's Beauty E300 brush, and it's this very dense but fluffy brush. I do have a code for you guys, and it will be right here in the bottom of the screen. But this brush, literally just the way like it helps melt my bronzer and blend it out at the same time, it's amazing. Highly recommend. A contoured nose isn't an actual contoured nose till you bake it and cut it up and chisel it out. And my favorite brush to do that is the Morphe E47 brush. It looks just like this. It's an angled brush. It has a flat head. You can't even tell, but it's angled. It has a flat head just like this. And I just pick up the powder and I stamp it along my nose where I want it to be clean cut and chiseled. Fire. I'm telling you, fire. Now for eye brushes, I'm going to show you guys the brushes that I like to use with certain makeup looks that I'll be doing. So for a natural makeup look like this, where I have just a nice, like clean, very neutral eyeshadow look on, I go in with my Morphe M441 blending brush. This is going to help apply enough product onto your eyes and just make it look nice, blended, and seamless without looking like too much. This is my go-to like natural glam, if I guess you would want to call it. For more of my bold and dramatic colorful looks that I do pack on shadows, I have 3 favorite brushes of mine, and I live by them. I swear by them. These are the brushes that I know for sure will never ever let me down, whether I'm doing my makeup or I'm doing a client's makeup. So the first one is my Morphe M433 brush, and this brush is amazing to not only blend out eyeshadow, amazing to pack on the shadow to help place the shadow down onto your canvas, because when you are doing a look on your eye or on someone else's eye or their face, you want to consider it as a canvas. So to help pack on the shade onto your canvas, you always want to make sure the lid is wet. What I mean by that is prime your lids with a concealer. Do not set it at all. Make sure it's nice and blended out and you have no creases, and you will be picking up your shade and packing it on. As you're packing it on, you're just going to slowly start packing everything on. Once you have everything packed on to your liking, remember, you're packing it on like this. So you'll be packing it on just like this. Once you have everything packed on to your liking, instead of it being like this, you're going to turn your brush to this angle, just like this. So once everything is packed on, you're going to turn the brush and start blending. And when I mean blending, I don't even mean back and forth, windshield wiper motions, circular motions. I mean blending as in you're turning it and you're kind of like tapping it, but going up very lightly, like just like that. My Morphe R39 brush is basically the same brush as the M433 brush, except this one is a tad bit longer and a little bit more pinched. So it does the same thing, same purpose. I love them. They're amazing. I love using this brush when I'm doing very precise and clean cut halo eyes, and it's the Morphe E17 brush. It fits the same purpose as the last two brushes I just showed you, except this one has more of a rounded tip, and when you turn it, it's fluffed. So with the rounded tip, what I love is that it packs on the shade when you're packing it on properly. It packs on the shade into a perfect circle, and then it helps you blend that shade out into a perfect circle, which I really love. Two of my other favorite brushes that I love to pack on any shimmer shades or just pack on a shade onto the lid, one of them is my Morphe M224 brush, and it's just a packing brush just like this. I love this brush to not only pack on shimmer shades, but to also, like, I know you guys used to see in my old videos how when I would prime my eyes, I would always go in with a brush like this. This is actually the brush, and I love that to blend the concealer like onto the eyelids. So this brush is a multi-purpose brush. It's amazing for different things. So you guys should always look for that in brushes, where you can use one brush in 3 different ways. The second brush that I love to pack on shimmer shades or any shade in general, if I was packing it onto the lid, is my BH Cosmetics 102 brush. I only use one brush to cut my crease, whether I'm doing a halo eye, whether I'm doing a whole cut crease, half cut crease, like 2/3 into the cut crease, like anything. My favorite brush, which this doesn't even have the number anymore, but all I know, it's from Our Kiss, and it's a concealer brush, and it looks just like this. It's very flat, and it's the perfect concealer brush. I have never, and I don't think I will ever find the perfect concealer brush like this. Like this one says, and I got this at a beauty supply store too, so if you want, just like look at it real quick, like pause, screenshot, and find it at any beauty supply store. When I'm doing very detailed eye looks, there's 2 specific brushes that I love to use a lot, for the plain fact that they stay in one area, which would be the only area I'm either packing on the color or blending the color out. The first one is the Morphe M562 brush, and it looks just like this. It's a very small, precise blending brush, and I love to use this brush when I'm doing whole cut creases, because it packs on the shade specifically to the area that I only want to apply it on, and it just saves me more of like cleaning up after, if you get what I mean. The second brush, it's the Morphe M514 brush, which is kind of the same brush, but it has a little bit more bristles, and it's a tad bit thicker. So I use this brush basically for the same purpose, or honestly, I would usually just pick this brush up as a clean brush when I really need to blend another shade into a shade, or when I just need to blend in general. I used to fill in my eyebrows with a pomade, then I used to fill them in with a powder, and now I just use pencil on my eyebrows. It all depends. I really have been loving the ColourPop pencil one. It's amazing. It honestly is kind of a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, so save you some coins, sis. It's only $5.50, and the Anastasia Brow Wiz, literally, it's like $21 or $22, so you're literally saving about 15-16 bucks. Like, save you some money. But whenever I filled in my eyebrows with any one of those products, I would always clean my eyebrows up with the Morphe M432 brush, and it's just a flat head brush like this, and it's perfect to get that nice clean cut under the brow. I even use this brush when if I'm doing a wing liner and I mess up my wing. This brush is so perfect because you don't even have to drag it along. Like, you literally can just stamp it and like boom, clean cut, done. Like, nothing happened. It like erases the mistakes. If only this worked in real life. Just kidding. And the last brush that I love to use when I'm just smoking out my lower lash line is my Mika's Beauty E310 brush. Once again, the code will be right there in the bottom of the screen, but these brushes are honestly so freaking amazing. They're so soft. They help blend out your product so well, and I feel like with these brushes I pick up less product as I would with another brush, if you get what I mean. Like, it like packs in the product in the brush enough where you don't have to go back into a palette and continue picking up product, but you also have enough product where you're not going in to too much product, if that made any kind of sense. But yeah, these brushes are amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed my favorite brushes video. I will have everything in the description box below, and I will have it categorized by face, by bronzer, blush, everything, so don't worry. And I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Bella family. And also don't forget to click the little bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload. Till next time, bye.